A short walk beyond the buildings of UBC Okanagan lies a small pond teeming with life. And that's where you'll find Dr. Ian Walker. The UBC Okanagan biology professor is taking us on an expedition to explore the biodiversity that surrounds the university campus.
So that's an adult predaceous diving beetle.
Organized by UBC graduate and outdoor educator Christina Smith, the walk is an opportunity for students and the general public to get closer to nature, as well as to help identify as many species as possible on campus.
We're doing a Bio Blitz, which is essentially a 24-hour identification spree. So we're just identifying as many things as we possibly can over the course of 24 hours. So plants, lichen, birds, lots of different insects and pond life. And we'll just kind of be getting a baseline for the biodiversity that is on the UBC Okanagan campus.
That data, says Christina, can be then used to track the various species that exist over the years as the campus continues to develop.
So on the surface of the pond we found duckweed, and there's a species of liverwort that's floating on the surface. Getting down below the surface we found a lot of invertebrates, primarily insects. So water boatmen, back swimmers, dragonfly nymphs, damselfly nymphs. A lot of these things in other ponds would be important fish food. There aren't any fish in this particular lake, but they can also be important fish food for things like ducks and various kinds of birds that are hanging around the water's edge.
But one particular find that got these insect enthusiasts excited was the discovery of a dragonfly nymph.
So that's what they look like as larvae. Neat thing about them is the gills are actually in the abdomen, and they pump their abdomens, and like we pump our lungs, to move water across their gills. So the gills are located in that abdomen, and if we set this thing down in here, it goes shooting around. They use kind of jet propulsion. They can squeeze their abdomens, force water out the rear end, and go shooting through the water, which is useful for escaping predators. Because they're a predator, they tend to be somewhat rarer than a lot of the other invertebrates, and they're also large and they attract a lot of attention. So it's nice to pull one of those out so that people can see them, because they're one of the most impressive of the insects.
Back at the lab, Dr. Walker and Christina record their findings, and the growing list clearly shows that biodiversity exists right on campus. Christina hopes more people take the time to connect with nature because of the many benefits it provides.
Spending time in nature, especially more biodiverse areas, has been shown to decrease depression, help with ADHD and anxiety. So there are so many benefits to spending time in nature, and people just really don't do it enough. So I think that this will hopefully accomplish getting people outside, as well as giving them the tools and the interest to go out later.
From UBC Okanagan, I'm Marianne Okel for GO!